Welcome to Conflict News 24 with daily news stories about global conflicts. Firstly, North Korea today officially responded to South Korea's offer, which South Korea's President Yoon Suk Yeol made a few days ago. The offer was about economic assistance from South Korea for North Korea in return for North Korea's abandoning of its nuclear arsenal. Today, Kim Yo Jong spoke. She is North Korea's leader's sister. She's seen as successor to Kim Jong-un, North Korea's ruler. What did she say? Secondly, Macron today called Putin. The two have been a little out of touch. When the war broke out in February, we saw some phone calls between Macron and Putin. Then they got out of touch. Today, once again, Macron called Putin. What was the topic of their discussions? Thirdly, we know that Russia is largest supplier of gas to Europe. Today, Russian state company Gazprom announced closure of gas to Germany for 3 days. Winter is coming after 2 to 3 months. This winter could be testing winter for Europeans, especially for Germany. Fourthly, US today approved more military assistance for Ukraine. 775 million US dollar worth military assistance will be delivered to Ukraine. Which types of weapons will be given to Ukraine? We have details for you. How effective can these weapons be? And lastly, slow and steady Russian advance is ongoing. You can argue about the speed of this advance, but once again, Russians took control of a small town in Donetsk. Today, it has been confirmed. We have details for you. And somehow, Russian ammunition depots are being seen on fire. Explosions are being reported. This time we have a new story from Russian territory, from mainland Russia, where large fires were seen last night. Was it an accident there, or was there an attack on this Russian ammunition depot in mainland Russia, close to Russia-Ukraine border? And was there any attack on Crimea in the last 24 hours? Since last night, we have been hearing rumors that once again Crimea had been hit. We have details for you on a map, especially at the end of this video. Firstly, viewers, today North Korea officially responded to South Korea's offer of economic assistance. South Korea's President Yoon Suk Yeol a few days ago made an offer to North Korea. He offered economic assistance to North Korea in return for North Korea abandoning its nuclear arsenal. North Korea is working on a nuclear bomb for years. It has conducted 6 nuclear tests so far. 7th is about to happen in coming days, reportedly. North Korea and Iran are two countries which have been trying to build a bomb. Both are under sanctions from the US government, from European countries as well. Iran could not test any nuclear device so far. But North Korea's nuclear program is at an advanced stage, and Iran, under severe sanctions, is ready to sign a deal with Europe, with US, to freeze its nuclear program, but not North Korea. North Korea is not ready to negotiate on its nuclear program. Today, Kim Jong-un's sister, Kim Yo-jong, spoke. She is a government official, member of ruling party, and she's seen as successor to Kim Jong-un's government. And she rejected South Korea's offer of economic assistance for abandoning nuclear program. She said that it's absurd dream of South. South should shut its mouth, and South is talking nonsense. So, in a very clear, direct manner, she rejected South Korea's offer of economic assistance. She said, "No one barters its destiny for corn cake." It means that North Korea will never step back from its nuclear program, no matter what the world does in terms of imposing sanctions, which the governments of EU, US have been trying to do. But North Korea, backed by China, is not abandoning its nuclear program. Secondly, viewers, another news story about a nuclear power plant from Ukraine. Zaporizhzhya nuclear power plant came under Russian control in March. Both countries, Ukraine and Russia, are accusing each other that they are conducting shelling, rocket firing close to this nuclear power plant, which is the largest in Europe. Radiation leakage could be catastrophic for the entire region. And both countries claim that a false flag operation is being launched by the other party. Today, Macron called Putin. For the last 3 to 4 months, they have been out of touch. But I think their last phone call was in May. So they have talked after a gap of around 2 months, around 2 to 3 months. And Macron and Putin today discussed the issue of Zaporizhzhya nuclear power plant. Both agreed that International Atomic Energy Agency's inspectors must be immediately sent to this plant to see the safety and security conditions at the plant. So let's see, will such a delegation, such a team of inspectors be sent to the plant or not, because we have seen such announcements in the past as well, but the teams could not reach the site. And now when both are accusing each other that there could be disaster at the site, yes, definitely IAEA must inspect this plant. And secondly, Ukraine is claiming that Russia wants to cut off Zaporizhzhya power plant from Ukrainian grid, and Russia wants to divert the electricity from this power plant to Crimea, to other parts of Ukraine, maybe Russia as well. Russia has not officially rejected this claim so far. Let's see, will IAEA team be able to reach this site? That remains to be seen. Thirdly, the Russian state-owned gas company today announced that gas supplies to Germany will remain suspended for 3 days because of some maintenance work. Europe says that Russia is blackmailing Europe because Europe relies heavily on Russian gas. Nord Stream gas pipeline is partly operational. It is operational at around 20% of its capacity, and one of its routes through Ukraine is closed. No supplies are being sent to Europe through this route passing through Ukraine. According to Gazprom today, from the 31st of August till the 2nd of September, gas supplies to Germany will remain suspended. and after that supplies will be restored. And Gazprom 2 days ago announced that gas prices could increase in coming days. So coming winter is a test for Europeans, for Germans. How will they replace Russian gas? Russia is the largest exporter of gas to Europe. And in winter, Europe could face a crisis in November, in December especially. There could be a crisis in Europe if Russia stops gas supplies to Europe. Let's see, will Russia continue its supplies? Could there be resolution to this conflict before winter? That remains to be seen. But for 3 days, supplies to Germany will remain suspended. Fourthly, viewers, the US today approved military assistance for Ukraine, more military assistance for Ukraine. 775 million US dollar worth military assistance has been approved for Ukraine. Pentagon has confirmed which weapons will be given to Ukraine by US. Firstly, ammunition for HIMARS. In two previous videos, we discussed that HIMARS are helping Ukrainian forces a lot. Very precise and very deadly HIMARS strikes have been seen on Russian positions. And ammunition for HIMARS is part of this military assistance, firstly. Secondly, howitzers, 16 howitzers, 105 mm will be given to Ukraine by US. Thirdly, missiles which are anti-radar missiles. Ukraine is in need of such type of weaponry, anti-radar missiles. If Ukraine has such missiles, it can hit Russian S-300s, S-400s and other weapon systems which use radars. Fourthly, anti-tank missiles, TOW, anti-tank missiles. Fifthly, javelins, man-pads, which you put on your shoulder and you fire. Anti-tank missiles will be given to Ukraine. And lastly, NASAM, which are anti-missile air defense systems, short to mid-range, around 30-40 kilometer is the range of these air defense systems. Ukraine is in need of these weapons. We have been discussing in previous videos that Ukraine is in need of, firstly, aircrafts, secondly, air defense systems. So air defense systems are coming, though short range ones and medium range as well, but no aircrafts so far. Now let's have a look at battlefield picture, what is happening on the battlefield. Have a look at this map. Firstly, one clarification. Since last night, we have been hearing unverified reports that a Russian military base in Crimea by the name of Balbek came under attack. Russians suffered heavy losses. No such report could be verified. This is Crimea, viewers, and we could not verify any attack on a Russian military base on Crimea within the last 24 hours. Yes, there were some attacks on Crimea a few days ago. Saki, you can see here, Saki was hit. Then close to Simferopol, Havardinsk was hit. There are two bases here, Havardinsk and Saki. And then we reported about attack near Dzhankoe as well, where some ammunition depots were hit in Crimea. So these attacks we reported a few days ago, but no attack happened on Crimea in the last 24 hours. Secondly, Russia-Ukraine border, you can see Kharkiv here on Russia-Ukraine border. And secondly, you can see this place here. This is Russian territory, Alexeyevka. And to the west of Alexeyevka, around here, there is a Russian military presence there, and large fires were seen here, around here last night. Some explosions were reported too. Russia, in a statement, some local officials, they said that these explosions were due to an accident. Whenever Russian ammunition depots are hit, Russians say these are, they say either these are accidents or they say it's an act of sabotage. So they never confirm any strikes on their territories. So, ammunition depots were seen on fire to the west of Alexeyevka last night. Now, Ukraine never admits when it attacks mainland Russian territories, though Ukraine has not conducted lots of attacks on Russia so far. And US has made it clear, EU, NATO as well, that the weapons they are supplying will not be used by Ukraine for any attack on Russian territories. Russia made it clear as well. Russia said that if EU, NATO, US supplied weapons are used to attack Russia, it would be an act of war, declaration of war from EU, NATO, US on Russia. And Russia will strike back. So that is why EU, NATO, US will not confirm any attack on Russian territory from Ukraine. Even if it happened, they will never admit, because if they admit, Russia will strike back. So some fires were seen, explosions as well to the west of Alexeyevka. Thirdly, Russian advance in Donetsk is continuing. Slow, steady, but it is ongoing. Horlivka-Bakhmut line is still a busy line, and you can see Horlivka here, and this is main road, Horlivka, Bakhmut road. And we reported in previous videos that Russians managed to get close to Zaporizhzhya. They were seen in Haladosov, in Trevniv as well, Trevniv, Haladosov, and fighting reported here, Zaporizhzhya, and Dacha too. In previous videos, we reported that fighting was close to Dacha too. Reportedly, and Zaporizhzhya as well. We discussed Zaporizhzhya in a previous video. Now, reportedly, this place, Vershyna, has come under Russian control. It has been indirectly confirmed by Ukrainian military officials in their press briefing today, that Russians have gone past Vershyna, that they are conducting shellings from Vershyna towards Zaporizhzhya, toward this main road. It means that they're in control of Vershyna. Vershyna is in Donetsk. So in Donetsk, the advance, Russian advance is ongoing, but still this is slow. It is very slow, because Bakhmut is still contested, fighting for several days close to Bakhmut. Soledar as well. Russians entered Soledar. They were seen at a plant in Soledar. I think it was a concrete plant. But Russians never succeeded in taking full control of Soledar. And when Russians are facing so much resistance for these small cities, what will happen if they attack these places? Kramatorsk, places like Dnipro, Zaporizhzhya, Kryvyi. So it means that they'll face much more resistance if they get close to bigger cities of Ukraine.